This is Spectrum Flashback TV, classic television. Some things are worth repeating.
In June of 1965, American astronaut Ed White was high above the Earth aboard Gemini 4, hurtling along at 17,500 miles per hour. It was during this mission that White would become the first American to walk in space. He was scheduled to be outside for 10 minutes, secured by a slender 25-foot lifeline. But when his 10 minutes had passed and ground control called for him to return to the capsule, his response was, "I'm not coming in. I'm having too much fun." Nothing anyone said could convince him to give up the spectacular views. Finally, 21 minutes after he started his walk, he returned to the spacecraft. White had walked some 6,000 miles in Earth orbit. His venture proved that man could survive in the vacuum of space and paved the way for lunar exploration. Ed White was also scheduled to be on the first Apollo mission, but a fire on the launch pad took his life and the lives of his two fellow crew members.
A bolt of blue followed by a thunderous roar. That's the calling card of the Navy Blue Angels. Since 1946, this elite unit has been astounding audiences with their heart-stopping performances. But originally, Navy brass wanted to call the squadron the Navy Blue Lancers. The pilots, however, saw an ad for a well-known nightclub, the Blue Angel Bistro, and the rest, as they say, is history. Today, flying FA-18 Hornets, the Blue Angels continue to amaze crowds with their precise maneuvers, constantly redefining the boundaries of man and machine. The Navy Blue Angels, the Air Force Thunderbirds, and the Army Golden Knights taking it to the limit.
You're watching Gilligan's Island on Spectrum Flashback TV. Flashback trivia for Gilligan's Island. Gilligan's Island holds a special record in television history. Can you guess what it is? The answer is coming up. You're watching Gilligan's Island on Spectrum Flashback TV.
In Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and Idaho, America's gentle pasture land gives way to a landscape dominated by rock. Where vast plains meet the rugged Rocky Mountains, America's brave pioneers encountered their most formidable barriers. The same varied land still inspires and challenges a revised American sense of adventure. Throughout the ages, people have made their homes and communities in this rugged and beautiful land.
You know, proper wrapping ensures your package is a safe, swift delivery, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, use a sturdy fiberboard box. Second, this is my favorite part, wrap or cushion the contents. Third, seal the box with reinforced tape, paper tape only for registered mail. Whoops! Got carried away. Well, gotta run.
Something that's well wrapped can make it safely through just about anything.
Here's the answer to our Gilligan's Island flashback trivia question. Gilligan's Island holds the record as the longest-running syndicated TV show in the history of television. It hasn't been off the air since 1964. Now, more great flashback TV.
If you smoke while you're pregnant, the joy of motherhood could be rather short-lived.
From AFRTS, you're watching Spectrum Flashback TV. It's classic television.
In 1801, former Secretary of State John Marshall was appointed Chief Justice of the Supreme Court by outgoing President John Adams. Having defeated Adams by a narrow margin, Thomas Jefferson became the first president inaugurated in Washington, D.C. One of the first issues he had to contend with was the Barbary pirates. Payments to safeguard American ships had become excessive, so Jefferson refused to pay and sent the U.S. Navy to blockade Tripoli and keep the waters of the Mediterranean safe for Americans. That same year, the city of Philadelphia installed a system of aqueducts powered by a steam engine. This miracle of technology delivered fresh water to the growing city. On another scientific front, a complete mastodon skeleton was unearthed in upstate New York. At last, scientists had an idea of what the prehistoric animal might have looked like. This was America in 1801.
Once there were two men named Bert.
Hi, Bert.
Hi, Bert.
Who planned to fly Space A to Hawaii. One Bert registered for his flight as soon as his leave began, but the other Bert took his time.
Oh, home.
Space A travel is first come, first served. So while one Bert went basking on the beach, the other Bert stayed stuck in the snow.
Bye, Bert.
Brr, Bert.
Which just goes to prove, for Space A travel, the early Bert gets the warm.
Building a secure home for your family takes time and patience, and Family Advocacy is there to help. They offer programs that teach families how to become stronger, including courses on childhood development, improving parenting skills, and marriage enrichment, all designed to help healthy family relationships become even better. Families grow and change, and even the most successful ones can benefit from a little help every now and then.
You're watching The Flash on Flashback TV. Here's a flashback trivia question about the Flash. What motivated Barry Allen to use his superpowers? The answer when we come back.
It's the last holiday season of the millennium. This year, make it one to remember. Your Exchange has made it easy with their new A Holiday to Remember catalog. It's full of all sorts of exciting gifts and decorations to brighten up your home this joyful season. Phone in your order 24 hours a day. Charge it. Have it delivered to your door in time for Christmas. And don't forget, you can shop us on the internet from any of these web locations. Pick up your copy of A Holiday to Remember Exchange catalog today.
I don't have time.
It only takes about 20 minutes.
I already gave this year.
You can give several times a year.
It's the holidays. There's plenty of blood.
Blood is needed every day of the year, especially holidays. Giving to the Armed Services Blood Program will help keep our blood supply from running out. After all, our supply is your supply.
The Chicago Portage National Historic Site in Cook County, Illinois, offers a fascinating glimpse into America's past. In 1673, Louis Joliet and Father Jacques Marquette explored this 1.5-mile stretch of land which lies between the Des Plaines and Chicago rivers. This portage, or land crossing, linked the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River and was a major factor in the development of the fur trade, which in the 18th century was the most important commercial activity in the region. Control of the portage, which was later ceded to the United States, was key to the economic development of the area. Today, visitors can follow the same trail that Marquette and Joliet took more than 300 years ago. They can also canoe through the area, much like the French fur traders of the 18th century. The Chicago Portage National Historic Site.
Here's the flashback trivia answer to our question about the Flash. What motivated Barry Allen to use his superpowers? Barry Allen was motivated by the murder of his brother by a biker gang. His brother Jay was a police officer. Now, Flashback TV continues on Spectrum.
Martin Van Buren, our 8th president, was a very personable man by nature. He used his political skills and social position to bring influential people together. Evenings often became special occasions, with the nation's most powerful people dining at the president's table. They included friends, adversaries, and total strangers, even bitter political rivals like Henry Clay. During one dinner that Clay attended, a servant whispered to President Van Buren that the house was on fire. Not wanting to alarm the guests, Van Buren quietly excused himself to help quench the blaze. When he returned and explained to his guests why he'd left, Clay replied earnestly, "I am doing all I can to get you out of this house, but believe me, I do not want to burn you out." Martin Van Buren, the president, the man.
When looking for a civilian job, there are a lot of ways to get your name out.
My name's Gary Jones. I'm a computer technician. My name's Gary Jones, and I'm a computer technician.
But for a more effective approach, try using Doors. It's a national referral network that directly connects you with thousands of potential employers. Plus, it's free to service members and their spouses.
Hi, my name's Gary Jones. I'm a computer
Of course,
technician.
you'll always have other options.
The Air Force Aid Society, Army Emergency Relief, and Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. Help when you need it most.
You're watching The Flash on Flashback TV.
Geologists claim Puget Sound was formed by tectonic activity and carved by glaciers. Indian legend says that Father Ocean carved the trough and raised the mountains to keep his children, cloud and rain, near him. Whatever one believes, most agree that Puget Sound is a special place. Flanked by Seattle, Washington to the east and the Olympic National Forest to the west, the Puget Sound region is remarkable for both its natural beauty and its industrial success. It is home to aircraft manufacturers, military installations, huge lumber operations, and a wide variety of agricultural and maritime activities. Yet it remains a picturesque natural wonder. It's easy to see why so many people call Puget Sound home.
This is who I am.
I am rich. I am poor.
I am a girl.
I am a boy.
I am
from the city.
I am from the country.
I know exactly what I want to do.
Who I want to be. I have no idea.
What I want to do. Who I want to be.
No matter who you are or where you're from, the United States Air Force may be the place for you to learn, to grow, and to be successful in life.
I have potential.
My future is unlimited. I am somebody.
Your tires. When should you replace them? Maybe sooner than you think. Deep tread grooves are essential for controlling your vehicle. You need at least 1/16 of an inch everywhere the tire meets the road. Tires with sidewall damage may have to be replaced, even if there's plenty of usable tread. If you're unsure about the condition of your tires, have a qualified dealer inspect them. There may be good uses for worn out or damaged tires. Driving just isn't one of them.
Tomorrow's world looks like today's, but it's deceptive. To prepare, stay in school. Then get powerful tools, education, training, and experience from the Air Force. In the Air Force, you'll hold your tomorrow in the palm of your hand. Aim high. Air Force.
I've always said safety belts were too confining.
Safety belts wrinkled my uniform.
I thought safety belts slowed me down.
You can talk about fraud, waste, and abuse till the cows come home.
About time.
But to stop it, you've got to report it.
They can deploy on any given day, anywhere in the world. Specially trained to carry out their mission, ready to serve on land, in the air, and at sea. The quiet professionals, the men and women of SOCOM. Unified for strength, ready to serve, Special Operations Command.
They say you have potential.
They say you're really going places.
They say the future is mine. Nothing is holding me back.
They say
My options are unlimited. I can go anywhere.
I just have one question.
How am I going to get there?
The United States Air Force can give you the chance you need to be successful and teach you the skills to make it happen, so you really can go anywhere.
Trust your own instincts.
Follow your own heart.
listen to yourself.
Honey, have you found the auto insurance papers yet? Honey? Honey?
Your personal records are important.
Where did he put that?
Have you found the auto insurance papers?
Store them safely. Keep them handy.
Honey? Honey?
To find out more about Army opportunities, call 1-800-USA-ARMY.
I'm Dolores Jordan, Micah's mom and the mother of 5. I didn't talk to my kids about the dangers of inhalants. Back then, it wasn't an issue. Today, it is. Every year, children die from sniffing things like glue, paint, or gasoline. Talk to your kids now. Talk to them about the dangers of inhalants. Tell them one sniff can kill.
This is Spectrum Flashback TV, classic television. Some things are worth repeating.